welcome back everybody to our FS22 co-op playthrough. As always, I am joined by Lord Gadwin. Let's see what we get up to today.
You get back to your bailing?
And I think after this we've got one more field to rake, and then
I
to
did
wrapping.
Did you get the one up on 44, up on the hill?
I'll go check.
I don't think you bailed that one. I did rake that one first.
If not, I must have saved that one because we need to wrap. Or are we? No, we tedded that one.
I know you did the first one.
Didn't we ted one?
That was the middle field we did. So the one that's right next to the farm there we tedded.
Yeah. So the hay's in. So now we just got probably grass and silage. Yeah, so you did ted it. So one just needs to bale it and wrap it. So you can do that. You can follow behind the baler with the wrapper.
Okay. Yeah, you got the baler sitting over here.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Where I'm at. I did a little better on this field. That one on the hill is kind of a mess. It's so oddly shaped. I didn't know how to really run the rows in an efficient manner.
I'm sure in no time we'll be making enough to upgrade equipment.
Get some of those massive big tractors and such.
Oh yeah.
We're burning through the fuel already though. This little tractor's already a quarter tank down. Which I think that was one of the main problems with the game, because I'd always have to put the fuel on hard, or like the hardest difficulty, just so it seemed like a realistic. Because the fuel would never go down otherwise. It's like.
Because in real life you do certainly fill up at the start of the day, and then just after lunch if you're really pushing it.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're doing a lot of hay, not really. Because, well, you got your PTO running and everything like that, really. Keeps the RPMs running hard. Oh, this rake takes forever to set back down. The lag doesn't seem bad this time.
Good.
It's not really jumping around. Which that's nice when making rows. It's not, because it just like freeze up for like 3 or 4 seconds, and then all of a sudden you just like catapult it across the map.
Anyway, I think we're going to plant, I think it's oilseed.
OSR.
Yeah.
So
do
is
some
that
of that
what
for
you
green.
mostly call it?
Nah.
Over in England, or you just call it canola, or?
We call it canola.
Okay. So there's some places they call it OSR, some call it rapeseed.
Oilseed radish. For the green fertilizer, as it were, and then we can mulch it. It's just a free fertilizer, more or less.
Oh yeah, that. We have something like that here, where it's a tillage radish, kinda. It's like a big radish that you just plant, and it grows right before winter. Then winter it freezes up, and then spring comes, it just dies and decays. But it helps loosen the ground up really good. For, spring planting.
No, our cover crop over here tends to be more like ryegrass and stuff. Couch grass, that's the one. And
couch
stuff.
Grass.
Yeah. Because it's got a really good root system, and it can really help get the water throughout the field and stuff.
Okay.
So I've heard.
Well, England is quite wet.
Yeah. Oh yes, very very wet. It's only just dried up last week.
I couldn't deal with that much rain. I'd be depressed all the time.
I don't know. I had to pull somebody out of the mud. I think 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I know it's bad here. We have a lot of carnivals, so once, well, they probably do start around now, but there's like each little town has one each week, and so when it would rain a lot, the people would always park out in a field somewhere, and you'd just see people coming out, just their vehicles completely caked in mud, and they'd have to have crews actually go and pull people out that would get stuck. And,
Fair enough.
oh, it's just a disaster.
Do you want to get the flatbed and come and pick the bales up?
Sure thing. Those ones need wrap there, don't they?
No, these ones are... No, these ones do not need wrapping. Because this is the grass field. Yeah.
Okay. So then the one up on the hill will do as silage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the biggest one for silage, so it should give us the most money. Kickback anyway.
I think as big as this yard is, there'd be plenty of room to park this. I have no idea where to park this big rake. Oh, I remember where you had it now. You had it parked beside the garage. Okay. I'm starting to like this, the mud tires thing, because now the tires actually look green, like you're running around in a fresh cut field.
So that one is realistic colours of the mud, as it were, mod.
Okay.
And when we spread lime and limestone, that's going to look cool.
Does it do it with muck too? Like manure?
Yeah. So your tractors turn white when you're spreading lime, green when you're doing grass, and that lovely manure smell when you're doing silage.
Well, the cow and horse manure don't mind. It's the chicken and pig. That's vomit inducing.
Yeah. Pig certainly gets up your nose.
Yeah. My neighbors, they spread that a lot on their hay fields. The fresh country air, as they call it. I remember some people when I was younger, they would come to my house, my mom's house, and they'd be like, "What is that smell?" I was like, "Oh, that's fresh country air." Chicken houses and a pig barn right downwind from us.
How lovely.
Upwind. Yeah, wait, I'm downwind of them. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Ugh. Oh, wow. They must have changed how they load the bales on here, because they used to load them vertically. Now they're lateral on the trailer.
Well, it makes more sense for them to be flat.
Well, like, because before they put them like they're going across the trailer. Now they're actually going up and down the length of the trailer.
Oh.
Like as though you'd load them from the side. What's that? The auto. Or this might be a special trailer though.
No, it's the auto. It's the mod which creates all the trailers auto loading.
Okay, yeah. When I was doing it in straw bales on my farming sim solo when I did, it put them across, so it didn't look realistic because nobody would be able to load them that way. But this looks more realistic. This one out of the way here for you. Hurry it up. There we go. Does seem like there's a little bit of delay when I hit the command for it.
Yeah, I've noticed with that. It's just to do with the Pacific trailer.
Definitely get a nice load here, though.
Oh yeah.
You got a little bit here. You missed a few runners. Oh.
Well, so much for the hay pusher. There's nothing.
I watched that whole sequence go down.
Great. Not one of the best moments.
Oh, I've done that before. Like you're at work doing something, and you do something really stupid, and then you just kind of stop and look around, make sure nobody's sawing it.
Yeah. My worst thing is ploughing fields on the roads, because then if you fuck up, everybody can see you.
Oh, the joys of life.
Oh yeah.
Now you want to sell these ones?
No, these ones we need to keep. It's the silage ones which we're going to half to for cattle when we buy them and half to sell. Is
Okay, 'cause
the idea.
I know if you feed cows grass on here, fresh, it doesn't produce anything.
Oh,
Now the sheep you can feed the grass too, and then that's all you need to feed them. But the cows, they get 0 from grass. It's kind of
but
stupid.
it's to balance it out, presumably. Because we are going to buy a feed processor.
Okay. Yeah, I never tried mixing grass into a mixer.
I have to look up the ratios because there's one for making more silage, which we want, and one which makes more manure, which we don't want.
I use the manure fix mod in my play. It makes your cows produce a lot more manure, because then, I mean, you do run through it pretty quick sometimes when you're covering a lot of fields. Oh, that one bale didn't fall off.
There we go.
Don't believe
Mm.
So they had like a spring house that's in the yard that they would have pulled water from, and then later on they put a pump there that pumped it from the well basically into the house. But then it's modernized now. We actually had a well put in, so we pull
Okay.
it deep from under the ground.
Mm.
Because you don't want really like the shallower water on the top, being that there's all these farm fields around, and then
Mm.
everything flows to the bottom of the
Oh
valley.
yeah.
You get the pesticides, the fertilizers, all the
Much healthier
nitrates from the
deeper you
manure.
go. That's for sure.
Yeah, better filtration,
Oh yeah.
which you guys are probably more strict over there with your
Oh yeah.
management and stuff like that.
We can't put anything. Farmers at the moment are struggling quite a bit with those laws and stuff. Which is
I
like,
mean, it has its pros and cons.
yeah, but the biggest thing at the moment is so heavily subsidized and stuff. However, they say diversify, and then you put in your planning to your solution to diversify, and then they come back and say no. It's like, work that one out.
Well, they want you to use one of those firms and have them come out and you know, an extra cost, the middleman that does it for you. And oh, I forget what they call those people now.
Contractors over here.
I'm trying to think what they're basically thinkers. Basically, you just hire them to think for you, basically. Like an
They're called-
advisor.
Yeah, they're called desk jockeys over here.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like when I was doing fencing on a lot of big government jobs. You'd have these guys, these architects, that would draw up these blueprints, and when you try to actually apply it into the real world, it just doesn't work. It might look good on paper, but when you try to do it, implement it, it just does not work. Oh, I do not miss digging post holes through like 2 feet of gravel. Because you can't, it just all keeps collapsing in and collapsing in.
Didn't you think of getting like a steel sleeve to put around it so it doesn't collapse in?
Well, we'd use 5-gallon buckets then. So you take a 5-gallon bucket, cut the bottom out, and then shove that down in. But we'd use an auger on a skid loader to first dig them.
Ah, yeah.
So you can't really do that too well because it'd catch and then it would just shred it apart with the auger. But then we'd come back with a pair of clamshell diggers. So you'd shove your bucket down in there and then use your clam diggers. And as you dug, you kind of push the bucket down farther. And then when we'd fill it with concrete, we'd use a stovepipe, so that way you keep your hole really small. Because you want, when you dig like a post hole, especially here in the north where we get frost, you want to have it like a bell shape. So at the top you want to keep it like a 9-inch hole, but then at the bottom it's like a foot wide.
Ah, yeah.
So that way the frost can't actually get anything and lift it up. And it kind of, if it tries, anything does catch to lift it up, it will actually catch on the ground that's below the frost and keep your pole from lifting up.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind when I build my fence.
It's quite easy to do too. Oh wow, you had 3 of them stacked here on top of each other. I thought there was only 2. Got one stuck between my tractor tire and the wrapper. Oh. That was weird. I know plenty about digging holes and doing fencing though. That's where more of my expertise has been at. Started doing that when I was 14.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Young lad. Perks of having a family with a fence company is they put you to work.
Oh, yeah.
The summers aren't yours. They're making money time. Now it will not let me pick this bale up.
Really?
It's like glitched or something.
Try run over it with a tractor. Oh, there
Oh,
you
there,
go.
got it. Yeah, I ran over it twice and wouldn't pick it up. Now that was a little glitched. Which I found out on railroads online today. Like the cordwood cars. You know how you
Mm.
couldn't like walk through the load on the
Mm.
wagon, but if you re-rail it, you can actually walk straight through all the cordwood.
Okay.
It's like, oh, that's interesting. Well, after I derailed 8 cars of it.
Oh.
Wow, look at all these strips you missed. Ay, ay, ay.
Eh? Oops.
All
The
these strips
reason
of red.
why, is because the baler's forager head is so many meters, and um
The swaths are
the swaths were
too
bigger
wide.
than that. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, I was trying to run two together, so when I'd run one way and then I'd come back the other way, it would actually merge
Mm.
into one
Fair
swath.
enough.
So it's kind of, yeah, trying to get that
Mm.
the line up with it lagging at times.
Fair enough. Well, you did very well for that. Now, purchasing things. So we can either get a 3-stacker for 37,000, or an advanced stacker for 64,000, or we can get the best stacker in the game for 90,000.
Well, I mean, I'll let you make the call, but just remember we have to get cows yet. We didn't get any of
Mm.
our, which this barn I don't think holds that many, does it?
Oh, so that's 120. I'm going to go with a 37 one because it can do 1800 to 2400 bales, and the 64 one can only do 1200 bales, and then we can
Okay.
upgrade to the bigger one. It's just to make this process go a little bit quicker, supposedly. Cool.
New vehicle. Now, can those bales stack in with these other ones? Will that mix different types?
Yeah, well, it did last time, as it were.
Okay.
Because we've got grass at the back, no, hay at the back, grass next, and then we'll have silage at the front.
Which I'm guessing they should ferment all right in there then.
Mm-hmm.
I always would stack them. So my play I was doing, I have a barn just stacked where I had to stack all the hay, and
Mm.
it can be a little aggravating at times because the physics are still kind of screwy sometimes with the hay bales.
Yep. But I just thought for keeping the world a bit more clean.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not like kind of like the cars that seem like they're making kind of a lag because it got to
Mm.
bounce that information back and forth, and it's having that many bales and the bale physics how they can be.
Mm.
So you just hook them just wrong with the bale fork, and then they take off like a rocket ship.
Yep. So if you want to go collect the new equipment.
Yep, that's what I was just turning around to go do. You're probably coming down the road here.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm American style driving here. Remember, we're in France, not England, buddy.
Yeah.
Driving down the middle of the road. You farmers think you own the road.
Yep.
It's crazy here in harvest time. You just got combines just zipping up and down the road everywhere. Usually
Do
the
they
header
have?
trailer goes down through,
Oh,
and then the combine following them.
I know. I hate it when you come across one of them with the header on it. It's like, are you mad?
Well, especially there in England, it's got some tight roads.
Hmm.
So like the ones with like the stone walls on each side.
No, not that many stuff. More like we have mud sides, as it were, so the roads are more or less carved in. The stone walls and
Okay.
stuff are more up north.
And a lot of hedges.
Oh yeah, too many hedges, man.
I played a few English maps on here, and
Mm.
well, more so on the older games. How's this thing work?
So you have to unfurl it, I think.
Okay. I was sitting here hitting X trying to unfold it, but it's B. Oh, okay, there we go.
The idea is to stack them more up, as it were, and then this comes along.
Oh no. Get in there. There we go. So, wait, this one does what, 3?
Yep. It'll stack 3 and then you can dump it. And then this can come along and just wake them up.
Get in your home. I don't know
Why
if
is
you
it
ever
not
seen
work?
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. How do I unload it? Okay, why? There we go.
You have to click
So I gotta
X.
hit.
X will be...
That says abort loading.
Yeah.
Okay, Y again. So it's double Y. So hit Y and then you gotta hit Y again.
Mm.
You got what? One
Okay.
more up there. Yeah.
Well, it'll be useful when we get the really big fields, that's for sure.
Well, and you already had most of these already.
Yeah.
So it's like I could go down a row and actually grab 3, stack them,
Mm.
go down through further.
Cool. So now what we have to do is find it a home. At home.
Oh yeah, I gotta
You gotta furl it
learning
back
all
up.
these new buttons here. I thought I hit B. What's it? Or is it now a different button? Oh, close. Oh, okay, so you have to hit Y 3 times. So once it's set unload mode, 1 to finish unloading, 1 to close it back up,
Mm.
and then B will. Then you can put it back in the
Okay.
transport mode. Okay.
Convoy. Well, you certainly take off like a rocket.
That's John Deere for you.
Fair enough.
Like a deer. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna back it in there by that tree. Just for now. So what are we? We're gonna be what, sowing next? Well,
Yep.
September.
So we're gonna get the oil seed in.
What? Yeah. Now that's with
So
the
that's,
drill only, right?
yeah. No, not with the drill, it's with the cultivator. Seeder. Wrong one. Wrong one. That's the drill.
Oh no. See, like I would call a drill. This would be like what we would call a seeder. And
Oh,
then a drill would be like
I've
that
always
plants
done
your
it.
wheat, barley.
Okay. So we need the seeder, not the planter.
Oh, see, yeah, that's Americans backward again, I guess.
Fair enough.
We'd
I,
always call it like a seed drill.
I always get confused with it.
You gotta remember, we call soccer, well, football soccer. So
What, do you use your feet?
America's yeah, right. And do you sock anybody in soccer?
It's not called
Yeah, it's
soccer.
so backward. You think they should? Well, they should have named it the other way around.
Yeah, okay.
Just be like everybody else and call it football. Oh, we have to get seed.
Yeah, I'm bodging this to no end.
That's tight in there to try to get something in there.
And it's the wrong tractor to be doing tight maneuvers with. Oh, there I got it. Nearly. Lovely.
Perfection.
Anyway, so I'm gonna... Well, let's have a look at something real quick. Okay, so if we sell this for that, we have enough of that. 12, 12, 24. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna need
I've got
we're gonna need some
I've got a stupid idea, but an idea nonetheless. So if you take that to the shop,
gonna fill this one up with fertilizer too.
no, we're
Okay.
planting green fertilizers, so
Well, I meant for any time later, so like when we go to plant the next crop, we'll already have the fertilizer in it.
yeah.
Which I don't think I'd put fertilizer down if we're planting a tillage, a cover crop.
I think it does. Anyway, so the idea is if we sell that one and sell the planter as well, we can then have enough money to buy two 12-meter ones, which in turn gets more ground sown quicker.
Okay.
And also upgrade the vehicles to have GPS, so they're nice and straight, if you want.
I don't know. I never used the GPS thing, so you'll have to explain it.
Yep.
That's where I always tended to use the helper. Put them on a straight line with use your coordinates in the bottom of your map. Line them up with the coordinates and then make straight rows.
Oh, it's one of those.
Oh, we're rich again.
Yay.
For like a whole 2 seconds. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick while you purchase our new equipment. I moved.
Yep. I forgot to say you need to be in the
stealth thing.
Yeah. There you go. So we have GPS now.
What'd you do? Push me in here.
Yep. There'll be a little time lapse on my edit of that. I know exactly what music I'm gonna put to it. So, time for a quick lesson in setting up GPS. So you're gonna click Alt C to turn it on.
Wait, Alt C.
Alt C.
There we go.
And then
Alt C.
Yeah, Alt C, and then you should have several lights come up. So you see where your gear shift is.
It's not turning on.
Oh, so Alt C.
Yeah, mine didn't come up for that.
Oh.
Huh. Yeah, mine just goes into the cab view now. That's all.
Is it left? Left. Alt C.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
So I see like the little things light up on the right above the gear shift.
And then if you click left Control S, it should bring up
Control S.
A menu. And then if you click auto width, it will change the width of the tool to what it is, or you can put it in manually. So 12 meters it should be.
Okay, so mine's the feet 39.7, 37.
Okay, basically, if you click auto width, it should put it to what it is.
Yeah.
And then if you scroll down on the scrolly side, and then it should have show lines, and then you turn that on.
Okay.
As it were, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to the edge of the field, like line up your tool to the edge, and then click Alt V twice. So Alt left Alt E twice, and an A should appear beneath your tractor. Yep. And then drive forward so much, and then Alt E again, and then you should have blue lines and stuff in front of you. So do you have a white line and stuff down the middle?
Yep.
Cool. And if we just reverse back up, and if you click Alt X, you should have like a bloop sound, and it should, the line should go green. And then basically click 3B and away you go. So if, yep.
Oh. Oh. So you just manually have to drive it.
You drive where you want it, click Alt X, and then the steering system will take over, and then lower it.
Alt X's.
Yeah, so Alt X turns it on, and then lower your machine, turn it on, and then cruise control, and then it goes. And then it will beep when it gets to the end of the field, and then you turn around, skip the rows, and then yeah. It's so you can get these nice cool shots. As it were, and you can turn the lines off if you want.
I mean, they help though. I don't see where you're. So I'm overlapped a little bit on you, but that's alright. Extra seat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see like there's a button below like the satellite thing has like a steering wheel with
Yeah.
crossed out like.
And then when you get to the end of the field, it should beep at you, and then you rotate onto the next one.
I think I heard yours beep.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. Why won't it stop?
Click 3 again.
Oh, I was sitting here hitting back trying to make it to stop, and because usually you can make it stop with just hitting the back button.
Okay, so if you reverse, I'm now mounting.
Come on
go.
now, why?
You're stuck.
Yeah, well,
I'll give you a shove.
go
There you
back.
go.
There we go. Well, now I have no steering either. So what?
No, so if you if you just steer, it cancels itself.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I had no steering or nothing. I couldn't do not.
And then if
power.
you line yourself up with the next row you want to
So
do.
that would be, yeah. So that would be you, the next one, and then I skip one.
Yep.
So then Alt X again. You said.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't believe
Very well, chap. Didn't get lined up too great. I had that shed right tight against the field there and getting into that little corner there.
It isn't the best placement of sheds, I do understand that.
Definitely make these fields wider too.
Mm.
So much wasted space here.
Mm.
Like here in
Well,
America, they'll run the farm right up to like the edge of the road almost.
Well, the idea is to combine 40, 41, 42 into one big one. And so we can get crop rotations going on either field. Thoughts? And then just have the drivable space down the middle.
Yeah, that lane there.
Mm.
I guess they both have lanes on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we just plow over the bits we drive over, and then just have the centre bit, because it makes more sense, as it were.
Yeah, just that one lane coming down through between them here. Sounds good.
Cool.
Definitely a change for me because I seem to always just grow corn and soybeans, and then like oats for my straw. Kind of your typical American kind of crops.
I do like variety on here, but I prefer the variety of different crop to different industry, because one of the issues is you change the industry, then you have to get all new equipment.
Yeah, I never got into buying the industries too much on here. Because I don't know too many farmers that own the dairy also, you know what I mean? Like on here, it really has you, it wants you to buy the bakery and like every single industry, cereal plant. And I don't know. I like delivering to them, but necessarily not running them.
I agree, it's too much work running them.
Now, if on the logging DLC, that when you get a big a sawmill. So I kind of do like that one where you can, you harvest your logs, take them there, and then you can distribute. But if you want to build the roller coaster, you have to buy all the industries and then haul all the goods over to the roller coaster. And
there's a roller coaster?
They have like this. Yeah, and you can ride it too once you build it.
Okay. That's different.
And there's also like a boat building, a ship launch. So you can take material over, it'll build like a big sailboat, and then after it's complete, it'll have a launch thing, and then you can watch it roll down the ramp into the water and then sail off.
Interesting.
But the logs are still, they're like, the hay bales are kind of bad at times, but the logs are just a nightmare to try to scoop up with something to load.
Mm.
And they still don't want to load into the trailers, right? Even if you use the auto load trailers,
Oh yeah, I've
they
had
just
hell with that.
yeah. I'm almost halfway done with this side. Yeah, probably about halfway now. About the halfway mark, roughly. I thought
Those.
you were missing some there for a second, but that's just the different
Mm.
soil textures from our tilling.
Oh, that'll be fixed in the next harvest because I can't cope with it. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it looks like you have big patches that you missed, but it's just one's shallow tillage and the other is deep tillage.
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna have to play with this GPS more though. Get used to it. I like it.
It's king when it comes to potatoes and stuff.
Well, I hate that potatoes you have to harvest with I think it's like what a 4 or 6 meters. It's about
Mm.
the widest you can go.
But when you have 5 machines harvesting all at once, it does look very impressive.
Oh, I'm sure.
Especially when you get them all lined up.
I've seen a few potato harvests here in PA. Up in like State College, where like Penn State University is.
Hmm.
They grow a lot of potatoes up there. And you see those big giant potato harvesters.
Hmm. Well, I'm planning to do a video on potatoes soon.
Like a full long video.
No,
Sure.
just a short. Try and get it in as short as it were, because everybody loved the corn series, but nobody loved the cotton series.
I don't think I've ever picked cotton on here or grown it.
Well, we can do it on here. Let's have a think. Cotton. So I'd say 28 and 29. If we combine them, that would be a good cotton one. Because you want
Yeah, you got
quite
those
flat land.
giant. Oh, and you got those giant round bales like they produce or something. Or the giant square bales or something.
Well, I was going to go with rounds, so you get to use your John Deere.
Yeah, I know John Deere has a harvester, cotton harvester.
Hmm.
What I guess what Europeans they mostly use like flax or something for their fabrics.
No.
Because cotton was more of an American kind of thing.
Well, over here we have like anything and everything is the best way of putting it, because you can get 100% cotton stuff, linen, bamboo. That's another one.
Oh wow.
I'm wearing a bamboo one now. And denim,
Never
that's
heard of
another
that.
one. Oh yeah. So it's like bamboo mixed with I think polyester probably.
Huh. Yeah, everything here is like a cotton polyester blend.
It is 68% bamboo, 28% cotton, and 4% the other one, elastane. And it's super comfortable, and it's better than spandex, which cyclists wear, because it
like yoga pants.
Yeah, because it breathes in summer and keeps you warm in winter, so you can have the same clothes all year round, which is very nice when it comes to wardrobe organisation.
Back in the day, it was a lot of wool for you guys.
Yeah, wool and denim.
Which I was amazed to know that like Wales was like one of the largest wool producers in the world at one point.
Unfortunately now for sheep, it's not that profitable for harvesting wool, because you're losing 50p a sheep, because it's £1.50. It's £1 to cut them from the shearer, and then you sell it. It's worth nothing, but you have to still pay the 50p for the shearer.
Yeah. Well, and there's just so much more input costs than just, sowing a seed and just waiting till fall to harvest it.
No, it's just
sheep you have to raise the whole time and medicate.
So sheep are primarily for lamb, as it were. However, you still have to shear them as a welfare matter, because they were bred once for growing the coats.
Yeah, because they'll get all matted and everything if you don't.
So shearing becomes like cows have to see the hoof trimmer and stuff. It becomes like that, but you can't use. Normally, you could profit from doing it, so you have the 3 profit from the animal. And now it's like you only get 1 profit from babies, and that's it.
Well, like what, mutton?
Yeah, mutton goes for nothing now. It's lamb, so round out this time they'll be going to the butcher.
Yeah, spring lamb.
Yeah, that's the only
like
money
my
in
neighbor
it.
does. My neighbor mostly does it for like Passover or something like that. He would sell it because the Jewish people, they eat lamb for one of their spring holidays or whatever.
Yep. However, there is a company which is mixing wool with bracken and a sort of fungus to make a very, very potent natural fertilizer. And that's up and coming.
Use what you have.
And because bracken grows basically anywhere, it's, I can't remember the percentage, but it's even more potent than cow manure.
Oh wow!
So it's certainly a greener alternative for chemical fertilizer anyway.
Which your corn and maize, that's a big hog of your nitrogen. That's such a nitrogen hog.
Well, what puts nitrogen back in the soil? Was it soybeans?
Yeah, soybeans. So here, like a lot of your farmers will rotate. 1 year they'll grow soybeans, and the next year they'll grow corn in that field.
We could do a crop rotation like these two. Would do quite nicely for crop rotation. So 1 soybean, 1 next corn the next year, as it were. Just for variety.
Yeah, they do have a good selection of crops on this game.
But yet people still want more variety, and I'm sort of like, okay.
I've never done sugarcane or grapes or olives either. They seem like the grapes and olives seem like they could be a real pain.
I haven't got into the vineyard side of things yet on the here. I am planning to at some point, because that would be something, as it were.
Yeah, there's one pack that has like a lot of equipment for that. I forget which one it is though. One of the DLCs.
So, how much is a roller? Oh. How much is it to lease? Okay. So if I lease a roller and you go pick it up. Yeah?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm parking
Cool.
the drill in the shed right now. Struggling, it seems.
Okay. So we have the biggest roller in the game leased.
It looks like you only have about 3
I got
rows to go, yeah?
Yeah.
You got the biggest roller?
Yeah.
Or yeah, okay, yeah.
There's no point renting the small one.
Yeah, that one takes quite a while to use too. Which I never got into using, like, they have ones for grass fields too, but I never really... Especially, like, fertilizes the grass by rolling it.
Yeah. Well, over here, normally it's common practice to, once you've cut it, like just before spring, so just before it starts to really grow, what some people do is they harrow and then roll it. And what that does is
like, we have harrowing here, but...
And that, we've done it on our fields for a couple of years now, and it's like, the change is brilliant because our neighbours' fields, they just roll. And the difference is night and day.
You do a lot of muck spreading on your grass field?
No. It's just for 2 horses, so...
Oh, okay. Which horse manure is some of the best?
Oh yeah. I'm planning to make fuel out of it someday.
Okay, like a digester kind of system, like
Well, not digester. So you cook it, you bake it in the sun, and then it becomes like a biscuit briquette, and then you can throw it in a furnace.
Oh, okay. Kind of like pellets.
Yeah.
Here in America, we have a lot of outdoor wood burners, so and then people get like pellets system. So you have like an auger that would, you know, feed the pellets into the fire as needed.
Well, I've looked at a pellet machine, but they're quite pricey, and especially you need like 3 other machines to do the one machine. So it's like, okay.
Very costly.
Oh yeah. See, my idea is just to use a meat grinder. Same, you know.
Well, that would be an efficient way of doing it.
Cost effective.
Get like yeah, get like an older
The thing is, people down here go crazy for vintage stuff. So some vintage stuff costs more than the brand spanking new state of the art
Yeah.
stuff, which is like, are you serious? Just give me the old thing, buy the new thing.
Well, some of the new stuff's so complicated, so many like moving parts, electronics, and that really takes your cost up.
Well, the thing is, with tractors, you have the world's first Massey Ferguson. That thing will still be running as long as fuel is legal. But some of these
Yeah.
newer tractors, it's sort of like, as soon as they stop manufacturing that one sensor in the combine, it's like the thing's obsolete.
And they're always updating them with new, like, here you have a lot of farmers that run equipment that's 30, 40 years old yet. You have combines running around here from like the 90s yet and such.
I love seeing vintage stuff out. It does bring like pride of, you know, it's going to outlive you, as it were.
Yeah. Well, when I did work at the dairy farm, it was using an old Ford 5000. So it was like from the 1970s. This old tractor, it would never die. That thing is just, it just keeps going and going.
Well, there's two tractors I have my eye on. And it is, so one of them's a Massey Ferguson 3095. And then one I know you'll like is a John Deere 2650.
I think I like the John Deere 4020 diesel.
Okay.
I do like the older no cab tractors.
Oh, well, this one's probably you can remove the cab, but this one's from 1990, and yeah, it's going for 7,000.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. How do I get into the menu to reset the width?
The width, Control S.
Okay, Control S. Yeah, I set it up to do the field here, and then it was like, I was like, oh, that's not wide enough.
Cool.
Okay. Oh no, I messed up.
What's next? So you're busy, you're rolling.
Which I should just free hand this one. It's taking me longer to mess around trying to set GPS up than it will take to do 3.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, about 4 passes of this. I got it right the first time, but then I realized I didn't have the width set up on it.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Both the seeders fit in one unit, thankfully.
I did get that one in there kind of tight onto the side.
Yeah. Okay, now
Now it's lucky we can't blow the sheet metal off the back, because I don't know what I hit, but my tractor just shot backward real quick, and I would have blown a hole through the back of the shed.
Yeah, we would have bust that by now, that's for sure.
Oh, what did I do?
So I need probably swap that for one of them. Actually, no.
Probably getting to your time limit here.
No, I'm good today.
Okay.
We've got another hour, so you can really get on with. Oof.
there. Just would have took out the grain bin.
Hey?
Would have took out the grain bin right there with the roller.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, at least it's empty.
Oh well.
This thing is wide.
Yeah. Wait, it's 24 meters.
Then the yard's kind of tight down there along the edge. You like got the cattle barn and
Hmm.
the shed.
25, 85. Yeah. Um, let's see, what does weeding? How much is a weeder? Weed. Do you think from the yield increase of doing the weeds, 45,000 is good enough to spend on a weeder or lease it?
Could do spraying too.
Because do we have
Like if you go
weed?
with a sprayer, then you
Yeah,
could
with
use
the
it for
herb
fertilizer and
fertilizer.
herbicide.
Yeah. How much
I mean, it'd be
would...
multi-purpose.
Yeah. Well, let's see the price up. So 24 meters, 34,000. It is cheaper for the equipment.
I think you do take a yield hit for using herbicide, but then you get more of a hit if you have weeds in your field.
Yeah. So that's 12. So herbicide is more expensive to buy with the herbicide and liquid fertilizer. However, if we have the weeder, we can use it on our grass fields, and then we can buy for the herbicide and the other stuff later on when we're doing huge, big fields, as it were. Or we leave it for this one.
Oh, your call.
Well, if we get set up with the sprayers, it would probably be beneficial. Because the yield bonus at the moment is only 23%. We need it at least over 80.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. So I've bought a 25-meter fertilizer. Solid fertilizer. And then that should... good enough, and then we can come back and weed it. Later, as it were.
Is there a way to reset it? Because I have like it must have put a mark down, but then
yeah, so
it's like
if you line yourself up to the next field, as it were, and you alt double tap E, drive forwards, E again, you'll reset your line.
Okay, there we go. Kind of like the precision farming because you can actually see what your nitrogen levels and everything are on your field. Really, and well, each crop has a different, pH level and then a different nitrogen level for everything. Makes it kind of neat, very realistic, kind of.
Well, we can look into it for this playthrough, that's for sure. Is it on the alternate download or downloadable content section?
It's from actually Giants themselves, so they put it out as like a mod by Giants. So it's on the downloadable, the mod shop in game mod thing. I forget what they call that one. It was actually kind of put together with data from like the farming thing over there in the European Union.
Cool. Well, if it adds nitrogen levels in, that would make it worth, instead of just doing it for alternating crops, if it adds a yield bonus, that's definitely worth doing.
It makes it really like kind of like realistic. So you gotta do your lime, but you don't have to do your lime like every year. So
Okay.
yeah, as your pH levels drop after each harvest, then you can go probably about 2 or 3 seasons before you have to lime it again. And then depending what crop rotations you do, like soybeans will put nitrogen back into the ground. Corn will take a lot of nitrogen out of the ground. So it really has those variations from the different crops and such. And then you do get a bonus. So if you have a good score, so you use no-till equipment, you use that. It comes with a special John Deere sprayer too in the mod pack. It's a See and Spray. So that way when you go over your fields with it, It only sprays herbicide on the weeds themselves, nothing else.
Oh.
It's pretty neat little technology. Like, so it has sensors in the boom. But it's expensive. It's like 90,000 just for the sprayer with the See and Spray.
Ouch.
New technologies like that.
Mm.
Super expensive. And then it does have advanced AI, so you can put like one of those little stations down, which has like the
Mm.
little thing that's on top of the John Deere tractors. Um, and then it helps the AI to actually drive better. So when you set the AI up to work, it'll actually do better. So it won't overlap as much on the fields when it's making its
Oh.
runs and such.
Okay. I've always
So it's more
wondered what could
precise.
fix that. So this is solid fertilizer, and it's the cheapest one, I think, at this stage of the game anyway.
Yeah, see, like if you use precision farming,
Mm-hmm.
you actually have to buy sensors for all your tractors.
Mm.
So like you're going through with that, it will actually only distribute as much as is actually needed on the ground because the sensors on the tractor will read how much nitrogen's in the ground, and so therefore it will actually limit how much is coming out of the spreader or sprayer.
Oh.
So you actually save a lot more fertilizer.
Okay.
And then if you have a good high score of how good you are at maintaining your levels using no-till equipment and stuff like that, you get a yield bonus.
Mm.
So when you sell your crop, you'll get a bonus price added onto it. I think it's up
So,
to like 15% more.
so what does no-till stand for anyway?
No-till is like whenever you're using a seeder
Hmm.
or like a drill, and it doesn't. You don't have to till the ground. Basically, you can just
Oh, it's direct
so
drill.
yeah, direct drilling.
Okay.
So that's what we call no-till.
Okay.
No tilling required.
So over here, that's called direct drill.
Okay. Which doing direct drilling it's actually pretty beneficial, but after uh so many years you do have to take like a chisel plow through it
Hmm.
just to loosen your ground up because your ground will get really tight after a while.
Hmm. I'm sure.
But it does keep from like because when you plow you let a lot of CO2 out of the ground
Hmm.
because all the plants they suck in the CO2 and it gets stored in the ground, and then when every time you till it just lets out tons of
CO2. Yeah.
CO2 into the
It's
atmosphere.
it's
Yep.
certainly more eco-friendly to direct drill.
Yeah. And then cover crops, if you, especially using like cover crops, helps prevent like erosion.
Hmm.
Because, well, your top 6 inches is the most important part of the soil.
Hmm.
That's where all your nutrients and everything are, for the most part.
Yeah.
Out in our Great West, out in the plains, they're losing topsoil like crazy just because of erosion and poor farming practices.
Oh dear.
I don't know if you ever heard of the Great Dust Bowl.
Nope. I've heard
It's
tumbleweeds are a nightmare.
oh no, oh the Great Dust Bowl is in the way back in the day. I can't remember exactly when. Late 1800s, I think it was. But it's whenever they went out and plowed up all the prairies and everything. But we got hit with a huge drought, which then caused uh, basically all the dirt to come dust,
Hmm.
and the dust got so thick that it actually blew all the way into Washington D.C. Just
Oh.
huge dust storms. So then they came up with new plowing practices and such.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But cover crops are really helpful for that, keeping your soil
Healthy and there.
and in place. Yeah.
I'd say some more important thing is like, you know, nutrients is one thing, you can always just go over it with more fertilizer or something, but it's like keeping the soil there is kind of needed, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and then you got like your water erosion. So like a big flood comes through and just wipes out all your topsoil, and then it's gonna be a real pain to build that good rich soil up again to grow a good crop.
Mm,
But blah, blah, blah. By putting a cover crop on it, this plant, all this root mass holds everything there and keeps your dirt intact.
yeah.
There's a thing I used to like to go up to. It's called Ag Progress Days. It's up at Penn State University. They do a big farming expo, like all the new technology. They have a bunch of vendors there
Mm,
displaying their new things, and but then they'll take you around, teach you the different science and methods of doing all the new things that they discover. Um, Penn State's probably the leading agriculture university in America.
mm.
Ah, keep hitting the Windows key instead of the Alt key.
Then after this, we'll rent some cattle trailers and then go backwards and forwards until the barn's full.
Okay. I know the ones on here aren't very big.
I just thought if we
They
rent the
don't have
small
very.
ones, we can use the tractors, or we can rent one big one, but then we can't. I still don't have the double people in the single cab installed yet.
Oh, the Kubota
Yeah.
DLC.
You good?
Oh, this AI thing. Oh, the GPS. I put it on, and then it was like my tractor just veered off to the left for some reason. It wasn't staying on its path. There we
Mm.
go. I'm a noob with the GPS.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It doesn't take you long to go with that thing. That thing really.
Yeah.
It's like what, a 45-meter spread.
Yep. I think it is anyway. Let me check. Yeah, 42. It is
That's
handy
kind
when
of
you.
close to this. The same as this.
Yeah. It is handy um, doing big field as it were. It's like one and done.
That's why I like some of the sprayers. They have those super wide booms.
Hmm.
For some reason, my GPS got off there a little bit. Now it's off by like half a meter.
Don't worry.
Now, does the mud on here actually only work whenever it's like raining or like shortly after it rains with that mud
No,
mod?
so the mud does work, as it were. So if you zoom into your tires, you can see them. They do, like, gain traction more. However, when it does rain, which it will do, it will certainly, you can tell, as it were.
Okay. I
'Cause
wasn't sure. I did put it on, and then I was testing it out on a single player, but I didn't
Hmm.
really see much. Which I didn't have the rain on. Well, like it didn't rain when I was
Hmm.
messing around with it. These trees are a real pain.
Yeah, I think the job will certainly be in removing them.
That's why I like that dev mod. Just I
Yeah.
set the delete object to delete button on the keyboard, and I just go through just deleting trees.
Yeah. No, we can remove them in the proper way.
I got these ones are kind of a pain because of all those branches.
Mm.
I've done on the dairy farm one that I streamed here last week. Actually went through that whole lot along the side and actually cut all those trees with the chainsaw, brought the wood chipper in,
Mm.
loaded up everything onto a little tiny trailer, and then hauled it down to the sawmill. And then you get almost nothing for them.
Mm.
I think these are oaks. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So we'll wash that and return it. We'll go pick up cattle trailers.
Which I don't know where the cattle are on here. I never picked them up.
I think they're at the top.
Okay. I always did that. Just buy them in, just pay the extra fee, and
Well, we
kind of get them delivered.
can do that if you want.
Oh, going to pick them up will go with something to do. I think we got everything done for this month now.
Pretty much. The only thing we need is a separate building for the fertilizer and seed to be stored. Apart from that.
Like an explosive shed.
Yep. Well, it's force of habit over here with the rules.
Yeah, like you'd have a chemical shed.
Yep.
Which we did get a little more strict after like the Oklahoma City bombing after that took place because I think that guy used like fertilizer or something.
Yep. You good to go?
And so yeah, they got a little more bureaucratic when it came to that stuff.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, that catches me every time.
someone went and put a fence in there. Jeez.
Oh well. Because it looks pretty.
At least you don't have to worry about traffic here.
Mm.
You're probably so tempted to drive on the left side.
Yeah. I'm just driving in the middle. Problem solved.
The road I live on, it's pretty much that's how most people treat it.
Mm.
Like for the longest time, there was never even lines on the road. It was just kind of like a back road, kind of down between all the fields.
Mm.
Which originally was the main road through my area, but then they put a highway system in that directed traffic up onto a higher route above everything.
Mm. Okay, return. Lovely. And now we have to...
Yeah, I think their cattle trailer, I think it's like 8 max at a time, maybe.
Yeah.
Or 6.
We could go big. We could get the big one. And that's 12. Lease. 4,000 to lease.
Oh, you mean the Wilson?
Yeah.
That would need a 5th wheel.
Hmm. Well, we should have a cattle trailer.
Yeah, around here, a lot of people they use like the 22,000 one, little Kingston.
Hmm.
That's what you see a lot of people because there's a butcher shop down the road. So well, they have certain days, like certain days chickens go in, beef. So you see a lot of those trailers going down through.
Hmm.
Yeah, 6. Well, that one's just a horse trailer on here. Which I don't see why they'd have it specified as only a horse or like a trailer like that. You would just use for whatever you needed it for.
Hmm. So one of them's leased and one of them's bought.
Which one did you do first?
My one's the least one because it always goes right to left, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look. Where would...
Ooh.
Oh, cattle's not that far. Livestock market, so it's just above field 28.
Oh, okay, over there. Should see a big green light beam. Or I tagged it. Oh, maybe. I was gonna say, I think this way would be quicker.
Yeah.
Get out of here, deer. Oh, I just ran a deer over.
Oh well. There's dinner.
I do like some venison.
I've never had it
a
yet.
stop sign, actually. Never had venison?
No, not yet.
Oh, I guess the king won't let you poach his deer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very lean. There's not much fat to it, so cook it up into butter. But or did I take the wrong road? Oh no, here it is. Okay. Like if you want to do like patties out of it, you want to mix it with some beef fat. So you take fat from beef trimmings, and you grind that in with it to make like a mince. But you can take it in like the back straps and fry them up with butter. That's really good. Oh, okay, that was a little bit of lag there.
How are you doing on fuel? I might need to refuel in a minute.
Yeah, I'm like half a tank yet.
I'm getting dangerously low. So...
You use that one a little more than I use this one. Oh, I should have got over more because you did all the baling with that tractor. I did all the raking with the other one.
So we have Brown, Shires, Houston, Angus, or Lemons.
Oh, the Holsteins are usually. Well, I mean, it's whatever you want. Your Holsteins, your black and white ones, are more the
They're milk
you're just straight
producers over
milk
here.
cow. Yeah. And then your brown ones are more your cream for like butter and things like that. We have ones that are called jerseys. So they're called jerseys or like a brown Swiss.
Well, let's get Holstein's probably best. So, fee? Why fee? Select, buy. Holstein's 2000. Lovely. So I think...
Are you getting the 12-month-old or the calves?
The calves, because they're the cheapest. Okay, there you go.
Oh, there they go.
So unfortunately, wasted some. So some of them are already at the farm.
Oh, so you got it filled them. You got all of them.
No, not all of them, just some of them.
Oh, about to get back and freeze brand them all.
Yeah. Oh well.
Do you do branding on your farm?
No. Not really into branding.
Well, here they do like it's called freeze brand. So you take the same thing like you'd use in a hot, but you just stick in liquid nitrogen until it stops bubbling.
It's more humane.
And less likely to get kicked by a horse.
Yeah. Well, over here we don't really brand horses. Because we have all the passports, as it were. However, if you have like a herd of 80 Mustangs or something, branding is the best way of marking them as yours, that's for sure.
Okay. I was watching some Gabby, no, what's her? I can't think of her name. She just started doing a YouTube channel out of Wales. She does that dairy farming. She was talking about passports. Like I never heard of passports here, but like every cow there has its own like passport.
Yeah. So over here, because we it's a Europe thing. Basically, because you can. Basically, you need to keep track of what the animal has injections for. Okay. And because certain injections, you have to then take them out of the food chain.
Oh, yeah, yep.
And so a passport, so my horses, they're signed out of the food chain because you can sell them to France and stuff.
Okay.
And so with cattle, because quite a few people are into pet cows now.
Yeah, I've seen that. To me, they're either for food, well, food, everything pretty much, but dairy or beef.
You have to click R in your tractor.
Oh, R in the tractor?
Yeah.
Oh, I never had to do it. I never did that before. Oh, or maybe I did. I just don't remember. So which one's... Oh, 6 in the trailer. That's right. Move to husbandry. Alright. 14 of 45. Oh, I just drove across the field.
Oh, well.
Oh, wow. My trailer just went like... Oh, okay. Never mind. I didn't put it back up. I was wondering why it was like drifting. Yeah, I use a modded cattle trailer on my single player one. I think I can haul 8 at a time. But I primarily just use it to move them from the main breeding stock into like a pasture where I could just put uh, hay into, and that way they're not, consuming the TMR, which you want for your milk producers.
Mm.
Farmers playing farmer games.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, at least you don't have the bad smells.
Yeah. Until they invent smell-o-vision.
Some of those chemicals smell, oh, just horrible.
Mm.
I love the smell of silage, though. Haylage
Oh
and
yeah.
silage. I don't know why, but I love the smell of it.
Mm.
I like the smell of diesel fuel, too.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't?
Oh, I've known people to complain about it because I'd come back after spilling it on myself and then be
yeah.
like, "Oh, go shower, change now." It's like, that smells good.
Yeah. I love fresh two-stroke startups. That's a gorgeous smell. With the two-stroke oil, that's lovely.
Yeah, like chainsaw.
Yeah.
Chainsaw mix. Oh, it must have been about the same distance. We got here roughly the same time.
Oh, oh
That was
bollocks.
close.
Yeah, I did all that beautifully close and then smacked into a lamppost.
Oh, am I not close enough? Come on. You said you're getting the $200 ones.
Yeah.
Okay. There is in the code, I guess. I seen somebody had a mod for it where there is actually babies in the game, but they just never actually enabled it.
Oh.
There's one German map maker. He made this whole German map where it actually has all the baby animals, and you actually have like a little cart that you take milk, put it in that to go around to feed the calves with and everything. It would be nice if they implemented them so that way these calves look like calves and not, full-grown cows.
We'll probably get that in the next one.
Oh, this season 2 here. They do put out a lot of DLCs.
Mm.
Nice if Railroads Online would get to that stage where they could actually start adding things like through DLC or something like that.
That would be very annoying if Railroads did DLCs.
Well, like you want a special engine or something like that. So like
I would
be a
say
British engine.
Yeah. However, for that, I would say the maps, if they wanted to, a DLC map, as it were, with region Pacific 3 engines or something, with the colours, that would work
Yeah, that
quite
would be.
well. because everybody would
Yeah, that'd
buy
be
it
neat.
because you want a new map.
Well, you could definitely do like British maps, and then you have like your Midwest United States and different things like that. That would be.
Anyway, I'm going to
I don't know.
return this and get a food processor so you can get the food going, as it were.
I keep thinking there's traffic on. I'm always looking for cars to come. I didn't even look how many cows we have. Oh, don't forget to fuel up while you're over there.
Will do.
Returning that.
I am just
So,
pricing up a wheel. What is it? Telehandler.
Manitou.
Well, Manitou or class? Or should we get a JCB?
Oh, whatever you want. I'm not that picky.
I think JCB's a good one. Well, we want the heaviest.
I tend to use the, I think it's what the New Holland skid loader is what I use a lot, the tracked skid loader. It can handle 3 big bales at a time, or...
Well, ideally one wants the heaviest one.
Because if you, the wheeled skid loader, that thing can't handle much. It just tips backward or forward.
Yeah.
That thing's horrible. Which the Kubota pack has a Kubota skid loader in that one, which you can actually add weights to it.
Yeah. We'll get this one. And then this one. And this one. Cool. Refuel. Why is the refuel just here? Oh, mustn't forget we need a water tank, don't we?
I think that water's built into this one.
Really?
Yeah, it's the pasture ones. If you go with the pastures, those you need to supply the water to, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it should say in the building menu, it should say if it has water or not.
Does not say.
I thought it said in there.
No.
Or maybe it's the ones that need water. Say it needs water.
Well, I need to bring this one.
Okay, yeah, it will show the water drop. So, like, if you click on the pasture one, it has water, a water drop on the end of the thing. But then when you go to the other ones, it doesn't have the water.
Okay. So I'm selling the Fent to afford the telehandler because we need that for cattle.
Yeah, it's just the pastures on them. So if you get the pastures without the barn, those need water. Except for the chickens. Chickens don't need water at all, it seems.
Interesting. Cool. So that's that one. That one did. How many cows have you got left to go?
I think it's going to be one more trip.
Okay. We'll do that, and that will be it today, unfortunately.
Yeah. It is 10 till 12 for you.
Oh, yeah.
Only 10 to 7 for me, though. Not even dark here yet.
Alright, let's buy the animal
Oh,
processor.
we have 38 of 45.
Okay.
But I can only bring 6 at a time, so I'd have to make a trip for 1 cow.
I'll just buy that one and be done with it. Uh, it's very
I'm
dark.
sure it gets dark on here. This tractor has some great lights on, though.
Yeah, I've got the better light mod,
Okay.
so it gives a more realistic range of lights, as it were, which is certainly helps.
Yeah, because I got the crop lights on, so whenever the field working lights on, and it's kind of like driving around and you're in like a little day.
Yeah.
I can see that we're both decent drivers, though. All the stop signs and yield signs are still up.
Oh, yeah. These are all good
Looks like
things.
Looks like it's calling for rain tomorrow.
Well, gonna be muddy.
Oh, a lag spike. Almost wrecked. Patiently waiting. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Putting some lights in. I like those small floodlight ones. They're nice to put along like the sheds and stuff like that.
Mm.
I think I forget what they're called on there.
We don't need loads. It's just enough to give it some
It's like the very
illumination.
first one. Yeah, the very first one in the thing. They made nice little like you can place them up against like the poles and stuff like that, the barns,
Mm.
sheds. Or like the silo.
Yeah. Well, I'd certainly say that's decent progress for today.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why I wasn't moving there. Also, it just like it must have lagged or something.
Mm.
I was trying to drive around here. Let's see. Oh, got a nice feed wagon. Mixer. Let's see. Where do we want to put this?
I think if you could squeeze it
Maybe
in
here on the
next to
end.
that one, yeah.
It's gonna be a little tight. Ooh, the lag short kicked in here lately. Maybe a little bit more. Nope. A little off. Someone went and put a cow barn in the way.
You can do it.
There we go.
Yep, you're good. You're gonna hit the trailer.
Is it? Oh. If I didn't have the weight, I should have took the weight off the front. That would have helped me clear
Yeah.
it a little further.
Yeah, there you go, just ram it home.
Yeah. I'll just come this way instead. There you go. All right. Oh, the run thick's all over. Get back here, you. Oh.
You're foiled,
It,
my
like, lagged
friend.
right when I went to turn away and it like lagged and it just shot me right into the porch post.
Yeah, I just turned around and the tractor just bounced off a wooden post. This thing must have some strong ass freaking rebar in it. How the f... If I shut this, does the lights stop coming in?
Oh, I didn't add it out just a little too far because of the stupid weight on the front.
Oh well.
I still have to hold back. Well, to me, this one's like half open, half closed.
Which one?
Okay, that was weird. Well, this one here, I clicked on it. It was like maybe a meter up. It wasn't all the way closed, and I clicked it and it like bounced up and down and went closed. Okay. Until next time, I guess.